Okay, what's up, guys? So, Let Me Explain Studios has uploaded a video titled My School Dress Codes. Yeah, I had a very strict school with dress codes. We wasn't allowed to wear hats, hoods, tank tops, um, probably any other team jerseys, but that was like, just for fun. Like they would just mess with you if you would like. So let's say for an example, if somebody had came to school wearing a Patriots jersey, it's especially after that last Super Bowl. Oh yeah, I wasn't. I don't think I was going to school at that time. No, I was. I was. Yeah, I was. I was because no, we won that Super Bowl. Was it 2013? And then 20? Yeah. No. Dang. When did we? Okay, so I think it was that. So yeah, it was. I think it was that very next year. So I think it was 2015. I can't remember. I don't even freaking remember. But anyways, nah. But it was like, yeah, if we go to school wearing a Patriots jersey or something, then they just be like, ah, oh, you Patriots fan, blah blah. But yeah, the other stuff though, like this, wouldn't be able to wear this at school, and they would trip over it. The one teacher I remember, it was a really cold week. It was actually the week that the Seahawks had won that Super Bowl, and that week was super cold. Like if you live in Seattle or just that Washington area, remember that week of the Seahawks won the Super Bowl and it was super cold. Like it was, yeah. You had no choice but to wear a hat. Me, I was walking around with like the clean cut haircut. I wasn't rocking afros or fades or all that stuff. But anyways, no, there was this one teacher that was going around like snatching hats off of kids' heads. I'm telling you, she did that to me. There was one teacher, he warned me before she came down the hallway, but she did that to me. I found a friend with some long fingernails, and I straight up told her, I'm like, hey, just take your hand and scratch me. I set that teacher up because I'm like, it's too cold to be not wearing a hat and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, I'm evil. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be, but anyways. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Let Me Explain Studios for more videos like this.
Here's a tip for all of you in middle school and high school
That
right
being
now.
said,
You know that anxious feeling that you get all the time that everyone is watching you and secretly judging and scrutinizing every little thing about you? Like if you walk by the cool kids and they start laughing and you automatically assume that they're laughing at you because you just couldn't get your hair to behave that morning? Yeah, that has a name in psychology. It's called the imaginary audience. It's subconsciously believing
I always
every mistake.
listen to my music in the hallways. I never paid attention to nobody. I went to class and that was it. Like if I see a friend, then I'm chilling with them for a few seconds. But yeah, I think you shouldn't. Nah, you shouldn't be going to school. Then that's like the number one thing. Kids be acting like that. I don't know. Take a brick and throw it at them or something. But no, don't do that because then you'll get suspended. Then y'all blaming me. Then you can't get an education. And then somehow I'm involved and I'm getting sent to court for whatever reason. But no, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways.
You make and every imperfection about your appearance is seen and judged by everyone. Well, I've got some consolation for you. You ain't alone. Most everyone in your school is dealing with those thoughts. And that anxiety from person to person is going to be expressed in a plethora of different ways, including negative ways like bullying. Free your mind, man. The imaginary audience isn't real. The world is not what it seems. Wake up. The Matrix has you. So one of the hard facts about school and about life in general is dress codes. Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Tell you if a kid would have ran up on me like that, I'm like, look, chill out. Whatever Red Bull you're drinking, stop it. Here, I'll stop drinking Red Bulls with you, but that would be that'd be funny to me.
After high school,
that's somebody you gotta be friends
always
with.
Telling you what to wear in jobs, at restaurants, passing by on the street. I wouldn't be wearing shorts if I had your legs, sweetie. Oh
Wow.
Yeah, well, your judgment of others is a manifestation of your crippling disappointment in how your life is turning out.
Dang,
sweetie.
Roasted.
When I was but a middle schooler, I went to a private preparatory school that made us wear uniforms. I don't know why I said that in a British accent. They cared very much what color your socks were and if your skirt was
Wow.
below the knees. 1 inch too high and that would be anarchy, I tell you. That's something that I remember the girls at that school.
That happened to one of my friends. There is this table that we would chill at in the morning, and I didn't think anything of it. Like me, I'm like, yo, we all come to the table, we all just start talking, cracking jokes before we go to class. We did not even acknowledge her skirt, but then a teacher, she just was walking, slid across the floor. Look, she's just all like, her skirt. It's like, what was that? Oh yeah, it was Monster Inc. when they hit that monster had that sock on his back. That's pretty much what they did to her, and I'm all like, dang, is it that serious? I'm like, yo, I think I tried. I can't remember if I said something or not. I probably did. My old smart self always felt like I got put in my 2 cents. But yeah, I'm all like, who? Like, bro, I'm all like, she should be allowed to wear whatever she wants. There's dudes perving, get them in trouble. But she ain't doing nothing. That's just what she wants to wear. I'm like, bro, schools be tripping sometimes. But anyways.
Complained a lot about is that their skirts were just too long. They're so long I can't think straight. Free the knee! Look, I'm all for personal expression, but that school didn't let us wear leggings in the winter under our skirts unless it was below freezing.
Wow.
So if you want even less protection from the elements, then go right ahead.
I'll
be over here in the thermal tent that I wear around my waist. I'm not gonna say that uniforms are an inherently bad thing. Some people like not having to think about what they wear in the morning. But I am not one of those people. I mean, I can't even decide on one outfit to stick my animated self with. Just look at this cartoon wardrobe.
Yeah, my fashion, I was either wearing cargo pants, shorts, basketball shorts, a hoodie of some sorts, and then yeah, if it was like raining outside, then of course a rain jacket and some cargo pants. But yeah, for the most part, I just hoodie and basketball shorts. I'm like, that was my fashion. I wish I would have found out about like Adidas sweats and Nike sweats, like the ones they be having zip up pockets and things, because these pants is comfortable. I'm like wearing me some Nike sweatpants right now. These pants is comfortable. Then there's these like Adidas pants called the Tyro 17s. Bro, those, I'm telling you, if I would have if those pants would have been out while I was in school, I'd buy every single color, hands down.
Out, Minnie Mouse. So you can be sure that I was happy to be rid of that school uniform when I started public high school. I didn't have many non-uniform outfits, so my mom and I went out and bought me a brand new wardrobe for school. And for my freshman year, there wasn't anything too special about this school's dress code, just the usual fare, the stuff you'd expect. No mini skirts or midriffs, no pants so long that you trip over them, no multicolored hair that looks like you took a highlighter to your head.
Wow.
It all felt very reasonable, especially
That's crazy.
having just left a school that gave you detention if your shoelaces weren't the same color as your shoe. But the next year, geez, I don't even know what happened. Someone at that school must have royally screwed up because suddenly the staff decided that they needed to ban all clothing with pictures and words on it. Got a cute picture of a turtle on your shirt? Banned! Your pants got the name of the designer on it? Banned! Got a sweater with musical instruments on it? Banned! And it's against the dress code, too. This was a huge deal at my school.
That's
Every
crazy.
kid was outraged.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same nowadays, but back
Cause
in my
like,
life,
what do you do then? Like so the thing is that they were strict, but to a certain extent. Like if you had like some half naked girl on your shirt, yeah, that you can't wear that. You can't wear stuff with guns on it. But like, yo, I remember I had this dope shirt. It was a dinosaur with lasers, and I'm like, they would have had to chase me in order for me to take that. I would have just that's my thing, because I wear like a undershirt underneath. Either it was a tank top or just depending on what shirt I had. But yeah, I just took both them shirts off. I'm all like, look, I either wear my shirt with my dinosaurs, or I'm not wearing a shirt at all. I'm gonna just be Black Gibby. But I'm not gonna be. Y'all ain't gonna force me. I ain't came all the way up to this school and I ain't wore my cool dinosaur shirt for y'all to tell me I gotta take it off. That ain't happening. So.
high school, graphic tees were the majority of everyone's wardrobe.
Exactly.
Heck, I had just bought a whole new wardrobe the previous year, and now you're telling me I gotta go out and buy another one entirely?
That's crazy.
What the hell, school? The only exceptions to the rule were school shirts, like from clubs and sports teams, college shirts, or patterns. So basically, if you had one graphic on the front of your shirt, that's a big old no-no. But if the graphic was all over, that's perfectly fine. Yes, makes sense. Good call, staff. All this meant was I wore a lot of black theater club shirts, to the point where people were mistaking me for being goth. But there was one shirt I had that was my personal rebellion against the tyranny. On a trip to Disney World, I'd found a Grumpy shirt that legitimately looked like a college debate team shirt. Grumpy State Debate Team. We're right, you're wrong, debate over. My, Disney merchandise designers. Aren't you a talented bunch?
And they'll just see the debate team. That's good. I like that. I like that.
The rebellion. That shirt looks so much like a real college shirt that I wore to school dozens of times, and not once did a teacher or staff member decide to look a little bit closer at it. I'm so bad. That wasn't the only time that I bent the dress code rules. When it came to backpacks, we had to have mesh or clear plastic so the adults could see what we were carrying. Gotta make sure no one's bringing any questionable items into school. Like Game Boys. But for some reason, girls were still allowed to carry purses, because I could never fit my Game Boy in here. So what ended up happening is a lot of girls tried to work around the system with messenger bags. If they got caught, they could argue that it was a big purse. Sometimes they got away with it, and sometimes they didn't.
Wow.
I was one of these messenger bag rule benders. I had followed the backpack rule for 2 years, but by junior year, my clear plastic backpack had broken. Those things suck,
Dang.
by the way. And I had found a denim messenger
I
bag
always
that
wanted
I
one,
really
but-
liked and wanted to show off at school, so sue me. Now here is where having the reputation of the good kid comes in handy.
Like, I was a
because
Jansport
the
kid.
vice
That was my
principal
backpack.
herself would stand at the busiest hallway between periods and nab any kid in violation of the dress code.
Wow.
And every day I would walk past her in that hallway with my messenger bag completely in view, and she would turn a blind eye. Hey, that shirt is prohibited. Go to the office. You, take out that nose ring. You know they're not allowed. Oh, hello, Rebecca. You have a good day, sweetheart. Hey, I see that logo on your pants, mister. It pays to be the good kid. I say as I just finished listing off times I broke the rules. College
So
is
like
better.
even because this is literally the most basic. It only has the Nike sign just right there. You mean to tell me if I would have worn? I haven't had this since high school, but it's literally just the Nike sign. Oh no, I've been on like, cause nah, this is like my go-to, some Nike sweats, hoodie, and I'm straight. But that is crazy. Wow.
College is pretty chill. I don't even know what the dress code was at my animation school. We all just wore hoodies because the computer labs were freezing. Well, we did have these little things called full faculty critiques where you presented your progress to a room full of ex-Pixar, DreamWorks, and Disney artists. So
They're so
yeah,
angry.
you were gently encouraged to clean up for those. Maybe wear the good sweatpants. These days, I am lucky because I could wear whatever I want for
I
this
know.
job. I could be wearing something outrageous and embarrassing right this second, and you would never know. Score one for the animators. Take that, vloggers. You and your daily uploads. And one last thing from Editor Becca here. Sorry if it sounds like I have a cold. It's because I do. If you remember way back in 2018, I said this. I want to be a ghost story! And a lot of you seem to share that sentiment, so the Creator Inc. guys and I made it a t-shirt.
Wow.
And hey, we made it glow in the dark for good measure.
Oh, that's dope.
Link to the store is in the description. This is another one of those limited run items, so get it while it's hot. Anyways, explainers,
When's
thank
this
you
video
so much for
uploaded?
tuning
Oh,
in, but
last year,
now
dang.
I gotta tune out and go to bed. Bye.
Yeah, that was a pretty good video. That was pretty good. But yeah, man, them dress code, them teachers, they would trip over that stuff. You know what has scared me one day? Yo, this has to be probably the most scariest dress code because I didn't know what was going on. All right, this kid was acting major. This would be so for those that play Among Us. The kid was dressed in all black, but there was a white kid. But I'm telling you, if Among Us would have came out back then, I would have definitely screamed out, Black is sus. He is major sus. But no, so this kid, so he's wearing like a top hat or something like that, like those hats where it's like the thing goes all around. So he was wearing a hat like that. And he had a guitar like case. But I don't know, I've never really seen that kid play the guitar, so it left me a little frightened, all right? But so anyways, I walk in, I think I was going to maybe PE, but anyways, me and the kid were both walking in the same direction. So this teacher, he's like in this, because our school is an outdoor school, and what's messed up, now they're changing it into an indoor school. I'm like, I should seriously get that Gravedigger monster truck and just drive through the whole school, but just one day. But anyways, so the teacher, he goes and he's telling the kid like, hey, take your hat off. And so I look over at the teacher and I'm looking at the kid and I'm like, you know, I'm just kind of like doing this thing. And so the teacher, he looks at me and he's just like, hey, Tyler, like, you know, tap him and let him know. So I like kind of like, you know, do you know like when you know like that little jog you do when you're like trying to hurry up and cross the street? So I kind of like did that to the kid and I was just like, hey, yo, teacher said to take your hat off. And the kid, he's just like still just walking, like not breaking like no look or anything. And so then I did it again and he started walking faster. So then at that point, I just looked at the teacher and said, hey, that beef is on you and stuff. But I think that's when I had looked at his guitar. I wrongfully put two and two together. I shouldn't have. I just jumped to conclusions, but I was a little scared. You know, I was just a frightened little child. But even though this is in high school, so I really wasn't a child. But I was like a middle-aged teenager. But yeah, I remember I didn't even go that way because I was just like, I went around. And yeah, I was just like, nah, that kid, he's acting weird. But anyways, yeah, that was, but nah, we wasn't allowed to wear hats. What else wasn't we allowed to? Tank tops, skirts, or skirts where it's like if your fingertips had went past the skirt, then you wasn't allowed to wear it. That's all. I'm like, hey, just like have your shoulders like this and be like, hey, I got a shoulder condition. What do you expect me to do in things? And just keep your arms up as high as possible. But anyways, yeah. I don't know because I have like a gang of sneakers. So I'm like, if they would have been like, oh, you're not allowed to wear these shoes, I'm like, you're going to have to chase me. I'm like, and I'm definitely breaking somebody's ankles. Like, not like, misery break, but just like basketball, like crossing. I'm about to like, fake right, but actually go left, then just have you fall over and stuff. But yeah, that version of breaking ankles. But yeah, it's crazy how some schools are about that stuff, man. But anyways, no, that was a pretty good video. Shout out to Let Me Explain Studios. Make sure you go subscribe to him for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.